This is a pretty cool sketchbook that contains my Drawabox drawings and also a bunch of drawings from back when I was a kid. So I used to like making art and drawings when I was a kid, but then I stopped for quite a bit of time. And then when I picked up art again, I started doing Drawabox. So inside here, you're going to see a time skip from back when I was 8 or 9 years old to a couple of years ago. So when I was a kid, after school, I would go to this daycare. And at this daycare, there was an art teacher who would teach some basic art for kids, like drawing from construction and coloring and a little bit of shading. One of the bad habits you can see I had back then was I never really liked to finish my art pieces. So that's why a bunch of these look incomplete. I basically draw what I was supposed to draw and then color a little bit of it during class. Now, the teacher would assign us the rest of the drawing as homework, but I never really finished them. Looking back now, I kind of wish I took the time to finish out these drawings, because it'd be a pretty cool memory to have. Looking back at these drawings, I see that the teacher actually did a pretty good job of teaching construction. Like this drawing right here, you can see all the cylinders and stuff. I had this art book for Warcraft, which is a pretty old video game. Some of you might not know about it, but I love to draw the buildings and armor and stuff from that. This is where the time skip happened. So it was during the middle of the pandemic and I didn't have a whole lot to do. So I decided, why not? Let me try drawing again, since I liked it a lot when I was a kid. This is when I picked up Drawabox. I was also doing the 100 heads challenge back then. And so what I would do is I would alternate between doing the Drawabox exercises and the 100 heads challenge. I've actually done the entire 250 box challenge and also the 250 cylinders. The reason why they're not in the sketchbook is just because I did it on some scrap paper, since I didn't want it taking up all of the space in my sketchbook. I was also taking this class by someone called Cindy Wider at the time, and what she teaches is a basic overview of traditional art. So a bunch of these drawings, especially the ones with shading, were done for Cindy Wider's drawing class. Unfortunately, some of these were done in pencil, so it's kind of hard to see. But like this one, the shading for the cloth, and here there's some shading done for clothing and wrinkles that was a part of Cindy Wider's drawing class. I wouldn't actually recommend that class just because I think it's kind of shallow. Like it covers a lot of stuff, but it doesn't go very much in depth. Yeah, and also it's pretty pricey. I think it's $250 for the class that isn't really that long. This building though was a really cool piece that I did as part of that course. I think I spent 3 or 4 days on this to get it right. It's definitely good to have something else to do at the same time as a Drawabox course because it can definitely get repetitive. You can see that I had a bunch of drawings for plants and boxes and things like that, and if that's all you were drawing, you probably get bored pretty quickly. So at this time, I was alternating between Drawabox, the 100 Heads Challenge, and Cindy Wider's course. That's probably why I didn't end up stopping Drawabox after only just a couple of months. Some of these turned out really well though. This one I did following one of the Drawabox course tutorials. So the insects section of Drawabox is probably when I first started to see everything coming together. Because before they had you drawing all these boxes and cylinders and random shapes, and I didn't really see the point of it. I was just kind of doing it because I didn't have much else to do. But when I started to draw the insects, I could see all of the hard work paying off. Drawing in 3D made a lot more sense after the initial lessons in Drawabox, and it definitely helped my construction a lot. Yes, I actually drew this picture, so it's okay to make some bad drawings once in a while. Art is hard. And at this point in time, I hadn't really done any real figure drawing, so I had no idea about the anatomy or anything like that. One thing that I would suggest for Drawabox is taking your time. So they'll give you a bunch of homework assignments, and what I would do is I would just do them as quickly as possible, like I was doing a math assignment or something for school. But it's actually much better for you to take your time and do the homework slower, but actually put more thought and effort into it. I noticed that I would get better a lot faster that way. I kind of forgot how many drawings I did for this. Looking back, it was actually quite a bit. So now we get to the animals section of Drawabox. I think for a lot of people, this is probably their favorite section. A couple of things that were pretty useful that they taught was how to construct the head of an animal by drawing a sphere for the head and then drawing the snout and the mouth and things like that. They also teach you how to draw fur, which is pretty cool, because before I would just try to draw a bunch of strands, but there's actually a technique to it. The thing about this is though, it kind of generalizes over how to draw animals. So it gives you a very basic formula for how to construct the shape of an animal, but it doesn't teach you any of the actual anatomy, like the bone structure and how the parts actually fit together anatomically. If you want to get really good at drawing animals or insects or anything like that, you probably have to go additionally and study the actual anatomy, but it's definitely a good start. One of the cool parts of Drawabox is that they let you draw some hybrid animals. So you would combine features from two different animals, like you would have the head of a lion and then the body of an elephant or something. That was a pretty fun part of the course, and you actually get to use your imagination a little bit. Now, after the animals section of Drawabox, I decided that I wanted to do more character drawings, like portraits and people. So I didn't actually go on and do the last couple of lessons where they teach you how to draw household objects, cars, that kind of thing, because I felt like my time was better doing the things that I was actually interested in. Someday though, I may actually go back and finish the entire Drawabox course. Drawabox definitely gives you a great foundation for any other art you want to make. I'd give the course a 9 out of 10 honestly, especially considering that it's free. All the assignments flow into each other really well. this gorilla was one of my favorite pieces actually. There was a bit of time when I got obsessed with drawing gorillas. I had like 10 pages of a gorilla drawing somewhere that I did. After I finished the animal drawings, you can see that I moved on to figure drawing, following Andrew Loomis's figure drawing book. So that was a pretty fun walk down memory lane. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and check out the other sketchbook tour I did over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.